Hey, good to see ya. In honor of 10K. 10K. 5 years later. We have some corn dip. Or taco dip. Because it has ground beef, beans, tomatoes, onion. And they keep replacing my Tostitos salsa verde chips with the chili lime ones. Sadly. I'm trying these popcorners. Spicy queso. And I have garden salsa sun chips. One of the best chips, I swear. So on July 1st, my fiance and I will have lived here in Connecticut for 2 years. That seems like it went so fast. Huh. We don't want to be here forever, but we are here for at least 1 more year. I did say last video that I was going to talk about my job right out of college, which was working with like troubled teens. It was a very strange experience. So, the house that I worked at, they were I think like 15, 16, and 17. It was an all-girls house. Basically, my job was to just monitor, like be there, have a good time with them, like whatever, but also monitor their behaviors. And before you say anything, like, I thought this place was nuts, okay? Like, I only lasted 6 months. I'm surprised, I said in my TikTok, I'm surprised that I even lasted 6 months. But anyway, they lived on a point system, so they walked around with a point card that had their name on it. And they went to therapy multiple times a week. So with this therapist, they all basically have 4 life skills that they're trying to work on. And I think every time they hit a certain milestone, those 4 skills change. So they would walk around with this point card, and anytime we saw someone do something good, we would walk up to them. This is all happening in the moment, no matter who's around, no matter what's happening. We would have to walk up to them and give them points. And there was a specific script that we had to stay on. Like we said, I think I'll remember it. Hold on. So we would have to go up to them. This is the only skill that I remember on some of their cards, was displaying reciprocity. So let's say I witnessed an interaction between two girls. The person who has a hard time displaying reciprocity, yeah, I like noticed her asking the girl a bunch of questions, like, excuse me. You know, they're having a back and forth conversation, which is displaying reciprocity. If someone asks you something, you talk about it, and then you ask them something, that's displaying reciprocity, right? So I would have to walk up to this girl, or both of them, and I would be like, what name should I use? Sarah? I don't know why that came to my mind, but hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, really nice job displaying reciprocity by engaging in conversation with your peer, and instead of just talking about yourself, you also asked her questions and engaged in a really nice conversation together. So go ahead and give yourself, I don't remember how many points we would give, but 20 points under displaying reciprocity, engaging in conversation with peer. That's exactly how it would go. So on the other side of it was, we also had to take away points, which was giving a consequence. That's what it was called. And so there was a script for that. Let's say that same interaction, but if Sarah wasn't asking her any questions and not really engaging in conversation, just like answering her questions and talking about herself only, I could give her a consequence for that, which, mind you, they would want me to give a consequence for that. So no matter who's around, no matter what's happening, in the moment, I would have to walk up to Sarah and be like, hey, Sarah, I understand that sometimes it can be easy in the moment to just answer questions and just talk about ourselves and not think about the other person and what they like or what they want or what they think. However, in order to create relationships and to show that we are engaged in conversation and, I don't know, like, care about what the other person thinks, I kind of lost my train of thought. You stick to a script, but you do have to come up with, like, why you're giving the consequence. See, this proves that I was so bad at that job because I literally never gave out consequences. Like, I despised giving out consequences, because most of them were just so stupid. But then whatever, I would say, go ahead and take away 10 points under displaying reciprocity. Didn't engage in conversation with peer. Something like that, if that makes sense. So awkward. And I'm an awkward person anyway. And it was just so hard for me to do that. They would get consequences for using too much sauce at dinner. Like things like that. That happened literally in real time. We sit family style, so literally the entire house is at the table together with all of the people that did my job too. There was like maybe 4 or 5 of us at the house at a time. And there was this girl that really did not care. And we were passing around ketchup or something, and she just like squirted. It was a lot, but like, I'm a sauce person. I use a lot of sauce. I don't care how much sauce you use, you know what I mean? But she, like, they're supposed to, I think, go by portions and stuff, which I think is kind of insane. Like, why are you tracking? I'm sure there are reasons, but also, like, let them eat. I don't know. So she squirted a lot. And I sure as hell wasn't going to give her a consequence for that. But literally, one of the other workers across the table, in front of everyone, I don't remember the girl's name, but I wouldn't say it anyway. Hey, Lily, I understand that ketchup is really good and, you know, it goes well with what we're eating. However, that is far too much ketchup on your plate. So I'm going to have to take away 10 points under, and then she would like ask her for a card, look at what her 4 things are, put it under one of the things, and take away points. Give her a consequence for that. So yeah, that job is freaking insane. The kicker, the worst part, and I think I quit soon after this because I just couldn't believe. I couldn't believe it. We would have meetings before our shift to just go over what was happening with girls. They would literally say to us, Jasmine cannot, oh, I don't think I explained this here. I explained it on TikTok. The point system is that at the end of the night, if you get however many points you're supposed to get, you receive your privileges. So privileges would be during free time, watching a movie or drawing or doing essentially what you want within the terms of what you can do. And if you don't get your privileges, you would have to do work, like your homework from school, which they usually don't have, or your homework from therapy or something like that. They could not be part of free time, okay? So every single night they had to hit their goal to be able to essentially have fun. During these meetings, sometimes one of the higher ups would come and talk to us. And there were times where these people would be like, Jasmine absolutely cannot get her privileges tonight. She has had her privs, we call them privs. She's had her privs for 4 days straight. Like, make sure she doesn't get her privileges tonight. Find anything to give her a consequence, anything. Excuse me. What? Don't we want these girls to do good? Like, if they have good behavior and they're doing well for 4 or 5 days straight, you're trying to knock them down? I couldn't believe it. And the thing about these people, and this could be true, I don't know, I'm not like a psychologist or whatever the hell. But they just think that these girls are so manipulative and you can easily get fooled by them and stuff. And so I know the other people that I was working with would like actively try to find the smallest things to give these girls consequences for. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. It was crazy. And if you've seen the Paris Hilton doc, which I haven't, she went to something similar to that, but she might have been on a farm or something. I honestly don't know, but I know that she had a horrible experience. The crazy part to me is the way that they get the girls to go to these programs is by sending in, I guess, like, I don't know exactly how it works, but they send in these big guys in the middle of the night and they take the girls from their beds. That is the most traumatic thing ever. You think you're being kidnapped? Like, I'm under the impression that the parents are awake and like talking them through as they go, but who came up with that method? You psycho. Crazy stuff. I only lasted 6 months. I literally couldn't do. In that 6 months, I probably gave 3 consequences. And like they wanted your name on those, because we had to sign like who was giving points and consequences. So we always had to sign our name. And they would like look at, the higher up people would like look at the sheets to see how many times your name was on something. My name was hardly ever on anything. Like, girl, I was not having it. I wonder how many of those girls come out feeling good, like doing better, you know? Because don't get me wrong, these girls did need help of some form, you know? But that place was insane. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to you. Thanks again for 10K. Thanks for sticking by my side. I know I have not been good about posting in the last probably year, but we're still moving forward. We're still doing the thing. I'm not abandoning this channel. I hope you guys have a good, rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys next time.